Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a topic that concerns many businesses, especially startups and small businesses. How can you market effectively on TikTok, even when you are on a tight budget? To break this down, our presentation will follow this flow. We'll start with the core dilemma identified in podcast, then look at the strategies experts use to solve it, analyze this new platform using classical marketing theories, and finally, we'll provide actionable solutions and explore one critical topic that's often overlooked. Next, let's take a look at the first part. So, what the core problem we're facing? The podcaster pinpointed it. Many businesses are accustomed to the established playbook on Google and Meta, set a budget, run ads, and get traffic. But when you directly apply that method to TikTok, you often find it doesn't work well. You spend money without seeing much return. That's because TikTok's logic is fundamentally different. It's not a utility, but an entertainment platform, and its algorithm designed around keeping users engaged. Faced with these new rules, the expert guest on that podcast offered his theory. These five strategies he proposed all point to the same core idea. Forget you are an advertiser. First and foremost, think of yourself as a content creator. Let's take a look at the next section. So the first and most important strategy is content first. What does this mean? Simply put, on TikTok, your success isn't primarily determined by your ad spend, but by whether people find your content engaging. This requires a fundamental mindset shift for businesses, from thinking, how do I buy traffic, to what great content can I create to attract traffic. But what if I'm not good at creating content myself? That's where the value of the second strategy, creator collaboration, comes in. And the key here isn't to find the biggest celebrities. On the contrary, is to find those micro influencers with smaller followings but a high concentration of your exact target customers. Imagine 300 real university students sharing how they use your snake product in their dorms. This authentic, everyone around me is using it. Feeling is often more pervasive than a celebrity endorsement and is far more cost effective. Once you have good content, or the right people creating it for you, how do you get traffic? This leads us to the third strategy, organic first paid boost. How does this work in practice? First, you publish your content organically to gauge market reaction. TikTok's algorithm is quite fair. Even if you are a new account, if your content is good, it will give you some initial traffic to test it. Then, much like casting a night, you find a new standout pieces, your potential winners among all that content. This is when you strategically pour your limited pay budget onto these already proven successful videos, tilting their fire to burn even brighter. So what exactly counts as good content? Beyond the product itself, narrative technique crucial. You need to master citing a hook in the first 3 seconds, a suspense, a surprising fact, something that makes people unable to look away. Meanwhile, live streaming is an area with high potential that many still overlook. Think of it as traffic, a black hole. Once it gains momentum, its ability to pull in viewers immense, while the cost of setting up a stream and training a host is relatively high. The return can be substantial for businesses that can manage it precisely because competition is currently lower. Next, let's analyze from a theoretical perspective. Now, having heard these strategies, let's use the classical SWOT framework to systematically examine the overall environment a business faces when marketing on TikTok. The streets are clear, massive traffic and a decentralized algorithm that gives small brands a chance to go viral. But the weaknesses are also significant. Content has a extremely short lifespan, requiring you to create constantly like a perpetual machine machine, and the results are hard to predict. The opportunity lies in the existing traffic arbitrage space. Early movers can get high returns for lower cost, but the strike is that competition is intensifying. Platform rules keep changing, and user attention is being fragmented by new platforms like X and Threads. Now let's look from a broader strategic perspective using the 5C analysis. You will see that on TikTok, every aspect of marketing has transformed. First, the company itself must transform from an ad buyer into a content factory. Our customers are no longer active searchers but passive discoverers here for later. So hard sales don't work. Our competitors aren't just industry peers, but are entertaining values on the platform, including cute cats and dogs. Our collaborators become those relatable micro influencers, and the contact we operate in is dominated by the platform's algorithm, short video culture, and rising traffic costs. Next, let's take a look at podcast evaluation and solutions. So, looking back, how good was the podcast we referenced? Well, it's clearly a TikTok fan with biased perspective. It backed its views with concrete user data and maintained the balance by acknowledging TikTok isn't for everyone, like B2B companies. Moreover, using an interview format with real life cases made it engaging and easy to follow its logic. Synthesizing all this analysis, we have distilled a core recommendation and for actionable steps for businesses, especially those with tight budgets. The core message is this: abandon the old playbook and embrace TikTok's native new rules of content as king and be data driven. How? First, prioritize your money and effort into creating a high volume of videos. Don't rush into it. Second, don't try to appeal to everyone. Focus precisely on your core customer group. Third, test with organic traffic to find your high potential videos before spending to boost them. Fourth, deeply understand and cater to the platform's algorithm, create content that achieves high completion and share rates. Let's take a look at the last part. Finally, we believe it's crucial to add a discussion about crisis management to the original podcast topics. TikTok's virality is a double-edged sword. It can make you famous overnight, but it can also turn a single negative comment into a massive PR crisis within hours. Therefore, while you are on the offensive with your marketing, you must also have a defensive strategy, learning how to respond to crises on this fast-paced platform with sincerity and speed to protect your valuable brand equity.